Now, Sydney's first drive-through vaccine clinic is going to open in Belmore at the Sports Ground later this week. The local GP and community leader, good friend of this program, Jamal Rifi, is behind the plan, aiming to deliver 1,000 jabs a day to people as they sit in their cars. Canterbury Bankstown is, of course, one of Sydney's hotspot areas, recording close to 6,000 COVID cases over the past month. But the good news is local residents are responding to the call to get vaccinated. Over 80% have received their first dose now, 44% fully vaccinated. Dr Jamal Rifi joins me now. Good to talk to you again, Jamal. This is a great idea. I dips my lid to you again for being so proactive. Last time we talked to you, you were chucking vaccine vials in the car and taking them around to elderly and disadvantaged people in your area. But a drive-through clinic has got to be a winner, doesn't it?
Definitely, without any doubt. But unfortunately, Chris, I can't give 1,000 jab a day because I don't have enough vaccine. I have enough vaccine that will let me give about 400 a day for the time being for only 3 days. That's what our drive-through is going to operate with. And we have been given a lot of vaccines, to be honest, by the Department of Health, the Commonwealth. So far, I received 1,500 Pfizer every week, plus the AstraZeneca. And on top of that, they have decided for our drive-through that they are going to allocate 1,200 a week for the drive-through. That means it's about 400 every day. So we decided to open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because a lot of workers, they need to be vaccinated on the weekend, and we don't have much available service on the weekend for their vaccination. So we've decided to do it these 3 days. But if New South Wales Health will come on the bargain, will give us some more vaccine, we will be able to operate much more days. And we are ready. We have the staff. We have the willingness to operate 7 days a week, providing that we get vaccine that will cover us for 7 days a week.
Yeah, well, let's hopefully they can find some more, because as long as you're getting into arms, they should be supplying it to you. There shouldn't be any problem with AstraZeneca, for instance. I know you've been doing a drive-through vaccines, as we've seen pictures of there, right at the front of your surgery. I don't understand why we haven't done this from day one, making it a drive-through thing, so that the easier you make it for people to get vaccinated, of course, the more quickly we would have done it.
Yeah, well, look, the pictures you're showing, that's actually when we started in February 2020. And that is when we started doing the swabbing and assessment, because we are part of the Commonwealth Government GP-led respiratory clinic. We used to examine every patient and assess them and treat them if they need treatment. And it is part of a service to other GPs in the area where they don't have to see anyone with cold and flu symptoms. And then later on, if they are positive, they need to go into isolation for 2 weeks. We started vaccinating in the drive-through area on 22nd of March, 2021. And that's when I received my first AstraZeneca, my wife and my kids at the same time. Now we have AstraZeneca and we have Pfizer. And with good quantity, we are vaccinating about 1,500 every day, every week with AstraZeneca and with the Pfizer, and the rest with AstraZeneca. Chris, from first 5 months since March 22nd, for 5 months, it took us to vaccinate 10,000. But in the last 4 weeks, we vaccinated about 5,500. So that hesitancy, it just disappeared in thin air. It's about having,
Fantastic work, Jamal. You've been so practical about it and so dedicated to it. So thanks for sharing that with us. And you know I don't praise the ABC very often. They did a great show with you the other night on Australian Story. Congratulations.
Well, actually, they did. And thanks, the late Jess D'Souza, he did a good job in 2015. And we used some of the material that he did.
Yeah. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it, Jamal.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. See you later. Dr Jamal Rifi there. Yes, they did a great program on him on Australian Story earlier this week, talking about the work he does in his community.